to change. Enter the new code. Yep, type in the new code. And then type in the new code. Let's try this one more time. Once you've done it, hit enter and then go ahead and put your name again. And get ready. Give me a thumbs up if you got the new code. Yeah, join the session. And you should have an audio. Join the session. Raise your hand if you have the screen that says audio and it has like a little volume button. Give me a thumbs up if yours says that.
Mine looks like audio.
Yeah.
There's a plane.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up if everybody's on there. Good. Okay. Everything I do on here is going to do on your Chromebook so you don't have to touch anything, okay? Okay. Can you hear the voice? If you can't hear it on yours, hit your volume button and turn it up. Okay, hold on. Don't press it anymore. I'm going to press it on here.
Whoa!
Okay.
That sounded cute. It is her.
Okay, I'm going to press it on the board. That way we can hear it at one time.
Your standard for this lesson is standard 2.1. The student will demonstrate an understanding of the local community as well as the fact that geography influences not only the development of communities but also the interactions between people and the environment. And your indicator is 2.1.3. Recognize the features of urban, suburban, and rural areas of a local region.
Okay, so that was just your standard and your indicator, and that just means we're going to be learning about communities and the different types of communities and their characteristics. So everybody should have this slide that says urban. And that's a picture of New York City, and like we discussed, it is an urban community. And an urban community is large, and it has a lot of people. It's usually really crowded both in the daytime and at nighttime. And people live in skyscrapers. Who knows what skyscrapers are? Easton?
It's like a hotel.
It's like a hotel. Are they tall or short, Soraya?
They're very tall.
They're very, very tall, okay? So here is a question. An urban community is a big city, and your answer choices are A, yes, and B, no. So click on your answer and then hit submit. And submit's down in the corner.
Yes. Then what we do? Yes.
That's all you do. You don't click anything else. It's your answer, and then hit submit on the corner. Give me a thumbs up if you have the screen that says got it. Good.
Where am I? I can't see myself.
Jay, have you answered? Oh, you're right. Okay.
I can't
Good.
see myself.
Everybody
I
answered.
can't see myself.
Jay was the correct answer. So everybody got A. Everybody got that right.
Yay.
Now, this is a 3D on New York City, so you can see it. And see, if you hold down your mouse pad, if you push it and drag it, you can actually move it around. Yeah, you might sit out of it. No, just click on your. Look at me. Look at me for a second. If you put your mouse in the middle of the screen and hold down, and you can drag it around any way you want. But you got to keep pushing it down. And you can see all the different parts of New York.
Whoa, that's so cool. Miss
Yeah, you probably hit the X on accident trying to drag it.
Whoa. I see McDonald's.
Okay.
Oh,
So now we're looking at suburban communities. I know. 'Cause you. Okay, so an urban community, it's usually what? Where is it located? Avery? Outside the city, there are houses that are close together, and most people have yards and live in houses in small apartments. Do people in suburban communities live in skyscrapers?
No.
No.
There were people working.
Okay, so here is your next question. Listen to it carefully. A suburban is where people live in skyscrapers. So A is yes and B is no.
I just Googled it.
So click your answer, click submit, and then give me a thumbs up when you have the dotted screen. Get with us. And you need let me see who's got thumbs up or got it. Good. Okay, so suburban. Where did we say people live in suburban communities? In houses. So that was no. I know some of y'all clicked B. And some of you clicked A. So B was the answer. You gotta read it carefully and listen carefully. So here is your 3D field trip to a suburban community in New Mexico. So you can drag your little mouse again. They look like sand houses, but they're not.
Look at this house. Wow. Ew. Look below you. Look below you. Look fancy car. Look below you. Look, it's a disgusting house. How did you go? Where?
That's where the person was standing when they took the 3D.
That's a big house. Have you ever seen
So listen, what's different about these houses in this community from New York? From the urban community that we saw, Humphrey? What's the difference from this community to the urban community?
It looks like
Huh? It looks a little darker. Zach, listen, boys and girls from group 1 and 2.
it's a little not much cars.
There's not a lot of cars. Are there a lot of houses? Yeah, there is a lot of houses, but is there a lot of buildings like there was in New York?
No.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about rural communities. And so rural communities are where most people live far from each other and the city. Most people have farms and animals. People usually have big spaces of land, like Zach was telling us. And lots of natural resources and parks. What are natural resources? Who can tell me, Tater?
That they're resources that are special.
They're special resources. Why are they special resources? Dawson?
They help plants.
Yeah, they come from the earth, right? They're resources that we can get straight from the earth. And people live in houses as well. Okay, so here's your next question. 96 Primary is located in what community? A, a rural community. B, suburban community. C, urban community. So I want you to click your answer and then click submit. And when you get a got it, give me a thumbs up so I know you got it. You need to do it yourself. Click on your answer, please. Make sure you submit it. Give me a thumbs up when you got it. If you clicked A, you are correct. Hold on, listen. Before we go back to the little 3D field trip, that place that we're about to see is actually in New York City, but it's rural New York City. And it's really cool. Oh, those help you move in too? That looks like your auntie's house. Let me see. If you click on the screen and then move it. If you click on the screen and then use the little arrows on your clipboard, it'll let on your keyboard, it'll let you move the screen up and down.
I wish you could actually move this.
Okay. So the last thing we're doing is we're matching the communities' names to their pictures. So you have rural, suburban, and urban. So you click on them and you gotta match them, okay? Yes. Just type in the code again. They should take you straight to where we are. Yep, there you go. So match them. It'll give you a check or an X if you're clicking on the wrong ones. Really? Once you get them all, once you have them all and it says well done, give me a thumbs up. You should have a picture and a word. 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 Once you have a well done, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so all you gotta do is just click on it. What kind of community is that? Suburban. See? So all you gotta do is click on them. So this one right here, what kind of community is that? Rural or urban? All you do is click on them. Give me a thumbs up if you're done with the matching activity. So that's everything. Okay. So I'm gonna click view pairs. The city was urban. That's a picture of New York once again. This one is the suburban. It kind of looks like Greenwood in 96 where they have houses and restaurants. Okay, but there's still a lot of trees and that's suburban. And then the rural is the one which is just the dirt road and you can see the mountains. Okay, so now that you've done that, I want you to close your Chromebooks. And do we still have time or do you want me to wrap it up? Okay. I'm going to put you into groups. Close your Chromebooks so I can tell you what's going to happen next. Okay? I'm going to separate you into groups. And you are going to get one of the 3 communities and you're going to draw that community with your group, okay? I have cut out poster boards so you can use the poster board. And you should have crayons or color pencils. And you're going to draw your community. On the top, I want you to put what you got, and I'm going to give you what you got, okay? So these are random groups. I just asked Costello to make up the groups for me. So group 1, Braden, Riley, Chase is not here, so Dawson and Dorian, come here. Braden, Riley, Dawson, and Dorian, come here. You have an urban community. Urban community. Do y'all remember which one that is? Yeah? Okay, here you go. Go find a spot on the floor with your group. Color your community. Madison, Abby, Josiah, and Humphrey. Madison, Abby, Josiah, and Humphrey. Come here. Okay, so I have rule. A rural community. Do y'all remember which one that is? Go find a spot on the floor to do that. Group 3, Zach, Avery, and Aiden. You have suburban. Suburban. So, Zach, Avery, and Aiden. Go with Avery. That's your group. Tanner, JaVale, Bailey, and Zariah. Come here. Tanner, JaVale, Bailey, and Zariah. Be careful with your friends on the floor. Y'all have urban community, okay? Houston, Cameron, and Liliana. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to do this, okay? 5 minutes. Here, I'll spell the words out on the board so you can see. Rule. Listen so you know which word I'm writing. We got rural, suburban, and urban. Remember to label your community so we know which one you got, okay?